Hi everyone, my name is Nisha. If you are new to my channel, I am a plant enthusiast from Florida. I have over 300 plants in my collection. I have placed some outside because thankfully I live in Florida. And I know they enjoy the humidity, but most of my plants are inside and I am really looking forward to doing my first houseplant tour. So let's get started. So we are gonna start in my living area, and this is pretty much how it looks. I do apologize because it's very backlit. This is a east facing window, but so I kind of have to add a lot of grow lights to my home to be able to benefit my plants. So let's start right here. So here we have some CC cuttings that I'm propagating. Behind that we have a green syngonium. I really love that plant. So easy, super easy. Next to it I have a Philodendron burl marks. It doesn't get much light back here, so the leaves tend to grow quite small. Here I have my Peperomia Optusofolia and it's variegated. Here I have my Calithia Freddy. She was declining quite a bit in my home, and finally I realized that she hated every single source of light, and now all the new leaves are growing nicely in the middle. Back here it's interesting because I will be out and I won't be able to care for my plants, so I ended up doing a grouping, and as you can see in this grouping we have the English ivy, we have a small syngonium, we have Miss Betata, we have a golden potos, oh my gosh, and we have the Calithia stripe, and it had it's coming back from spider mites, hence the reason why it looks so sad. In the second shelf I have another Philodendron burl marks, a little Hoya Hindu rope, a Asparagus Fern, I have a Pilea grandifolia that it's growing way too much. This one right here, I combined three of them. So I have the Aglaonema wishes, I have the Ficus pumila, which I love. She's easy. I used to have her in a terrarium. Peperomia frasetti, I can't say that, but I ended up, all these are new little leaves that have come out because I began to propagate her. Then I have the Honeymoon Valley, the Pilea. I love this plant. Look at those leaves. Then I have the Turtle Vine, and for some reason she just loves moisture. I have my Hoya Retusa, a new cutting for me. It's a Monstera Adansoni, and it's growing new leaves, but any cutting, the growth comes out smaller. So that's how it looks. Mrs. Hoya Tricolor. She is beautiful, and I made that trellis for her. My watermelon peperomia, I underwater her, so she wasn't very happy with me, but she's coming back. My Japanese bamboo Florida Beauty, look at all that. All the dark green leaves are new growth. Its neighbor is two little small hinder rope variegated, and I love them so much. Here we have Peperomia Clusifolia, and this is the red edge variety. Here, this is gonna be the messy area. It's gonna be my ant plant. I love this thing. And look at that trunk. Isn't that gorgeous? I have some cuttings that I just began placing in leca. It's a Hoya Australis tenuipes. I have a Crassula Jade, a Pilea glauca. I love this thing. Look at those leaves. This is an Opuntia. It's actually one cutting that a friend of mine gave me, and I just propagated. And some more Australis. And last but not least, my Christmas cactus. Up here hanging, I have a Aglaonema Maria. And that's usually a very dark spot, and she's fine. It's gonna be hard to see because of the backlit, but this is my Philodendron Brazil. My Tradescantia flumensis, which I'm doing a video on how to make it bigger now that all the stems have grown out so badly. It's like it hates being dry, and then it just drops leaves. Kind of hate that. Then right here I have my Philodendron lemon lime. In this corner, this very dark corner, I have a CC plant. I have a Dracaena known as Sansevieria in this side. When we go to this end, in this end, I have my wave Fittonia. Look how big those leaves are. But it actually, I feel like it wants to be soaked. I have a Dracaena back there. And I have a Syngonium that I sadly underwater. And it's coming back. Up here, which is a really dark corner, hence the reason why I have to have a grow light in this side. But I have a Dracaena back there. Here I have a Peace Lily, the Liana version of it. Here I have a Bridal Veil Vine. Then we have my Fittonias, which I have the pink and the white variety. I love that veining, and then I created cuttings and make this little one. And that particular area, my fiance made that corner piece out of a door, and I just love that. On this side of the TV, I have my Dieffenbachia Camille, and she's very easy. Up here, I have a little rattlesnake plant. Back here, it's another Philodendron Brazil. The reason why I have so many is I had a large one and I do divisions so that when I see my friends and family, I just give them plants. Here, next to my antique typewriter, which I love, it's Enopuntia, another variety. Then my Tradescantia Nanook. This very sad, this is a Caladium White Christmas, and when I first ended up getting into plants, I purchased it without knowing much about it, overwatered, and now it's coming back. That's how that's looking. And then down here we have another Aglaonema Maria and a peace lily. When we go to this side, I have the large version of the golden pothos. People call it the devil's ivy. This was growing in my mother's backyard, and these are a bunch of cuttings that I just took from her backyard. But this is like beautiful. Here, an Anthurium Love. Up here, aside from the rickrack cactus, I have this Philodendron Congo Rojo. She has beautiful large leaves, and it was a rescue. In the nursery I tend to go to, she was the last one and she looked really bad. So I ended up propagating it, and then I added a little purple Tradescantia, and I'm hoping it trails later. Here I have a Kalithia Sabrina. I did an unboxing on this one. I purchased this at Gabriela Plants, and sadly it came with spider mites, and when I opened the box, some fungus gnats actually came out of it, and I was petrified. So she was in quarantine for quite some time, and she has been struggling. Here, a mini ponytail palm, some propagations. Here I have some propagations of my Scindapsus pictus argyrius. Here I have Miss Primulina sinensis, and she is gorgeous. So if you actually go to my Instagram, you'll see how she flowered, and her flowers are amazing. Another Pilea glauca, a mini Philodendron Xanadu. Here I have a Stockhorn Fern. Usually it looks like that. This one I can't remember the ID on it. I purchased at Steve's Leaves, and for the life of me I completely forgot the name of it. Loves life here, but when it gets too dry, look what happens to the ends. So it's a little sad on that department, but everything else is pretty good. So I have this one here. I forgot the actual name of it. Mother plant died, so I made I separated that one, made it, and now it's giving me little ones, so I'm really happy. And then I placed one of my Tradescantias here so that it can grow and look better. Here I have a bunch of cuttings of the Philodendron Brazil and the heartleaf philodendron. When we go to the second one right here, we have a rescue, heartleaf philodendron rescue that was just, I just love, and it's growing in sphagnum. Here I combined 3 different plants. So I have this little Dieffenbachia panther, which struggled from the moment I got her. And so I kind of placed her with the rest, and now she's actually happier. This one, it's a marble queen pothos, and then I have a colorful Aglaonema. And I love that arrangement, and I just, alternate what goes in the front. Of course, a Sansevieria Samurai, the dwarf form, and I just love her. She's new to me. Another Philodendron Brazil. This one's gonna go to my little sister. Another marble queen. A golden pothos. A Tradescantia, the green form. When we come down here, I have Miss Dracaena Lemon Surprise, which hasn't done anything for me. Another Peperomia Optusofolia Variegata, and then I have Miss Jenny Craig, which she hasn't done anything for me, but what I love about her is no matter where I place her, she actually just looks happy. And I underwater her, hence the reason for that tip, but it doesn't matter to me. And then over here I just have a bunch of cuttings that I brought from outside of purple Tradescantia. Now we're gonna work on this corner. So here I have a little air plant, and I love that thing. It was a gift from my niece. Another doubles ivy. A baby Monstera Adansoni. Loving life. A Raindrop Peperomia. A Piper Madam, and sadly, I'm not sure if you're able to see it correctly, but it was getting too dry, so I had to put her in that glass enclosure because even though my house is very humid, it wasn't enough. Here, a Calithia Orbifolia that looks extremely sad. So this one, I actually give her rainwater, but it doesn't matter what I do. Ended up getting spider mites, wrong place, wrong time, and it's recuperating from it. So at least the new leaves don't have any damage. Here, it's my Calithia Makoyana. And I love this one. Back there. It's just because it's my hydro food. Here I have the red Moranta variety, who, surprise, surprise, ended up getting spider mites too, but they're very tough, so I'm not worried. Here is a Peperomia Genie that doesn't really do anything for me. Loves being super dry. Here is my Victorian Palmer Palm. She's always thirsty. Next, we are doing this side. So bear with me. So my little Monstera. This is in the aloe family. A friend of mine gave me a cutting. Grows all wacky. More ponytail palms. A Pilea pepermoides. A zebra basket vine. It's just filled with cuttings. a Crassula ogre ears, another Pilea, my very first one, a Madagascar tree. My fiance gave me that one. This is a very, very sad Peperomia Caparata green that I kept declining. It had root rot, so I just changed it to semihydro in hopes that somehow it comes back. And then it started showing signs of growth, and I'm just like really excited because it's gonna make a comeback. Back here I have the purple waffle. She loves doing the flop when she's thirsty. My Bonnie spider plant. She's new to me and I love her. She's really pretty. More marble queen. Back here I have a pink Syngonium, Syngonium Maria, Caladium White Christmas, who's in recovery. What's left over of an unboxing I did where pretty much my Hoya Lacunosa was mush. I received mush. Here my Discidia, which once it gets bigger, I'm gonna go ahead and put a wood stick or something so it climbs up. My Hoya Publicalyx just gave me a new leaf. My silver plant with a little Pilea in the back. Down here I have my Hoya Australis. That one's the Tenuipes kind. This one right here is a regular Hoya Australis. It's just darker. Back here I have a dragon's tongue. I love this thing. A Pilea Dark Mystery. A Hoya Crimson Queen. A little Tradescantia cutting that I received is the lavender variety. Here is the cutting from the Philodendron Congo Rojo that I was showing earlier, and what I did is I added some succulents so that it wouldn't look like bare soil, and ended up giving me its own little baby. Here I have 3 small starters of my rubber burgundy. Up here, which I need to find a basket, it's my large Monstera. I love Monstera deliciosas. And what I did is I had a bunch of cuttings for my family, so you'll see those very soon. Here I have a Hoya Crimson Princess, just hanging on looking pretty. Another Christmas cactus and the mother plant for the Philodendron burl marks. I was stepping back a bit so that you guys can see my cat palm, and right above it I have a golden pothos, which I'm not sure if you're able to see it. Down here I have a colorful Aglaonema right next to this Anthurium. When you go up, you have a baby hardleaf philodendron, which I can't wait for her to grow big and just trail everywhere. Right here I have my Cebu Blue. She's growing like a weed. I love her. I really do. And back here, look at these. Oh my gosh. These leaves are amazing. I didn't even clean them. This is just the way they look when they're happy. This is a coffee plant. I got this at a local nursery. Another Crimson Princess. Here, I'm gonna go back just a little so you guys can see. So this particular door, my fiance made it. I saw it on Pinterest and I fell in love with it. And I asked him if he could make me a shelf off of an old door. And he's like, sure. But I flippin' love that. I love it so much. Let me see how it looks better. Okay, so I'm sorry about the light. So this is my Ruby Glow. I love this Peperomia. It's very easy. And I have it obviously under the grow light. Here, I did this in an unboxing. This is my turtle vine, and it's funny enough, I noticed that it's flowering. So I got this at Josh's Frogs, and it was just pieces that I had to propagate because it didn't travel well, and I received mushed, and it's coming back and I'm really happy. Here I have my string of hearts. I love the fact that it's like really packed up there, and I've made several cuttings and it's just growing like crazy. I think it legit grows 2 inches a day. So here I have my chain plant. That one didn't travel well, and it's actually recuperating from it because the entire plant was mushed and it was horrible. My strawberry begonia, there's a little starter plant and it's already propagating itself, which I find super cute. Here I added a baby pilea with some string of turtles because I think it will be a good combo in the future. Here I have a little lemon plant that I ended up getting from seeds. So I did that in my little greenhouse. So I'm really happy about that. In there, let me see. It's a little peperomia. Just believe me, it is. And it just loves being in there. And if not, it starts dying. It's weird. I need to get something prettier. But for now, I just want her to be okay. And then my satin Peperomia. It was one little strand. It was in the same order as the chain plant, and this one got all damaged and smushed, so it's just coming back. I just hate losing plants, so I fight as much as I can. A green Ripple Peperomia, the purple variety. This over here is the Monstera Deliciosa cuttings that I have for my family. So I'm happy about that because they're coming soon. Here I have my Alocasia Mayan mask. Here my string of bananas. This is actually, I propagated the mother plant. The mother plant died from spider mites. This is my Anthurium vitaliform. These two are the new leaves, and what they do is they grow very small and then they keep elongating. And I'm surprised she made it because I only had One almost good leaf, which was this one. When the plant came, even though it was only on travel for 6 days, the entire plant came in pieces and it was overwatered. And I purchased from Plants and Pampering, and they didn't want to do anything but give me advice on an almost dead plant. So it was frustrating to spend so much money on a plant and come in pieces, but thankfully it made it. And this one is just yellowing from being old. This is my Scindapsus pictus argyrius. I love it in that planter. I think it looks super cute. So now, feel like I need a drink of water. Most of my second shelf and the bottom one, it's a lot of Hoyas. And a little bit of everything else too. But, you know, let's tackle it. So right here, I have a Goldcrest False Aralia, which I love. My Philodendron Silte, which I had it in a trellis, but it didn't like it, so I'm just letting it grow wild. This is my perfume plant. My very weird looking perfume plant that I'm going to keep trimming down until it's a little tiny bush. Another pilea. If you're a pilea parent, you know they're going to be everywhere. My Alocasia Maharani. These are the two newest leaves, which tells me that she's happy because she came with these little ones. This is my Alocasia Regal Shield, which when you go to like Lowe's and Home Depot, they have those big ones, and here I am because I don't really like going outside the house. I have this little one for the same price. Here I have my Alocasia Dwarf Amazonica, which came back from the dead. I love plants like that. This is a beautiful a begonia. This is a beautiful begonia that I have no clue what variety it is, but it grows like a vine. It's crazy. This is my home without a humidifier. 64. Goodness gracious. My rip-off, this is a Cissus Discolor. I purchased a 4-inch plant. The seller said that a worker let the plants die, the ones that are supposed to go out. So they sent me from the next shipment, and they sent me a leaf. And they didn't want to charge me for a leaf. The beauty of buying plants. So this is my Hoya Dancifolia. My angel wing begonia, which my fiance ended up getting for me, and I love it. It had some leaves that just kind of came off, but I don't care. It came back. It was acclimating. Here I have Miss Hoya linearis. She is so long. She keeps going and going. She's so beautiful. I ended up getting that Calithia Sabrina from a vendor who decided to give me a free cutting, so I greatly appreciate it. Here is my Monstera Peru. It came with these 3 leaves. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just open the 7th one because I gave it a moss pole and it just took off. And that just happened, I think 3 months, in 3 months. Unbelievable. My Marimo moss balls, which that needs to be cleaned. Here I have my little lipstick plant, is the Schinanthus radicans variety. Back here is another one that it's happy to be in a mini trellis, and it's my Philodendron Micans. And if you guys see my videos, I did an unboxing, and this was like just this bottom, and it just kept growing and growing and ended up getting spider mites too, but recouped quite easy. My Panam, my Palea Panam, look at those dark leaves. I'm such a fan of dark leaves. They're so gorgeous. Here is my Hoya fungii. Keeps going. Ooh, this one, it's new to me. It's a booby cactus, and my fiance bought it for me. When I received the other Anthurium vitaliform and it was near death, I ended up getting a baby one because I didn't want to spend another 175 bucks. So still, this one was like 100. This one is my Monstera Minima, also Raindrop tetrasperma. It's acclimating, hence the reason why it has a yellow leaf. It's brand new to me. I ended up getting it from Logis. My Hoya Archboldiana that I just placed on Leica. Another Pilea peperomoides. This is my Dieffenbachia Marianne, which ended up getting spider mites, so I did a cutting to propagate it. A little bit of a larger rattlesnake plant. Just an African violet. Another CZ back there. They're so easy. Another Philodendron Brazil, which I'm hoping it's for my sister-in-law to be. I love her so much. White Campo Tradescantia, which it's a tiny little plant, and then it's near the grow light, so it just started growing like crazy. My Hoya Quintiana. Hoya Aldrichii. Hoya Velovata. Hoya Bordenii. I placed this one on Leica. I just purchased from Unsolicited Plant Talks, but it had like barely any roots. Purchased this Begonia at Home Depot, I believe. It died completely, only had one leaf left, and it was crisping up, and I didn't give up on her. She ended up getting spider mites too. I hate spider mites. I can deal with any other pest but that, and she's coming back. She's so tough. Miss Hoya Memoria. The Crassula Jade, the large variety. Okay, my Hoya Latifolia from, this one was from Gardino's nursery. My Hoya, let's see, my Hoya rotundiflora, which those leaves are getting so massive. If you look at my Instagram, I took a picture. She's so flipping cute. I don't even know what this is. But she's so flipping cute. I won her in an auction, so I'm not even gonna say how much she was. This is new for me. Hoya caudata Sumatra. Look at those leaves. Like, seriously. I love weird looking ones. Here, this is my Hoya parasitica pink. This is a cutting that I purchased. She grows so wacky, but you can tell. Here is my Hoya Bogart. Look at this thing. This thing is so flipping like cool. I feel like you can cut someone with this. I just think it's beautiful. Then back here is my Hoya Mindorensis, who just gave me this new leaf. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with Hoyas. And then here it's my Hoya Philodendron. She's so flipping cute. My Hoya Gray Violins. This is 5 different cuttings. Goodness gracious. So I have Hoyerii, Samoensis. Wait, let me move it. So Samoensis right there. Then we have another Mindorensis because, you know, I don't know what it is about Mindorensis, but I love them. Right here is Miss Rebecca. And here is Incurbulata, which, like, I love those leaves. They're so cool. So that's that. Then Miss Hoya Fichii, who is loving Leca. Look at that new growth. Then this is a very, very sad carnivorous plant. This is Miss Butterworth. And if you notice, the leaves are all like screwed up. It's because I water her with water that I forgot had put some fertilizer, and they hate that. They rather have their nutrients from, you know, fungus gnats. So big no. Rex Begonia. Miss Hoya Meredithii, which I love that one. Look at this. Let me go around. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Excuse me. So this one on the corner obviously is Hoya Crystal. I love that splash. Right behind there is Miss Alocasia. The black velvet, and look at that leaf that he's gonna give me. It's gonna be a large one. This one is my Hoya Hal Coensis. This one, it's Hoya Skinneriana. Such a beautiful Hoya, and she's so fuzzy. Miss Peperomia Rosso, whatever. Miss Mini-Me that doesn't want to do anything. And this is Hoya Optimistic. OG Hoya Ovivara. My beautiful variegated Peperomia. Look at this. Hoya Jennifer. She's so pretty. I feel like I'm not giving it enough justice. She's so pretty. This is my Begonia Cumbia. Look at that. Begonias have some of the most beautiful colors. I'm telling you. I'm so in love with begonias. Another begonia. This plant back here is my goldfish plant. Another pilea. And I'm gonna start giving pileas and philodendron burrow marks to my family. This is an aloe that one of my friends gifted me. He just gave me a crap ton of succulents and cacti. I'm like so happy. Let's see, how are we doing this? So I ended up doing this. Let me bring it over. So this ugly thing on the left, hopefully it'll change, but that's a fairy tale cactus. And it's so funky that I wanted it, but at the same time it's like, oh my gosh, like you don't look true to your name. And then I added a bunch of little succulents, and when it fills out, I think it's gonna be really pretty. Back there I have the humidity queen. This freaking fern wanted to die, and it went to one little strand, and I put it in that enclosure, and then all of a sudden it came back. I was just about to give up, and thank God I didn't. Another Jade, my string of pearls. Oxalis triangularis, my little lithops. This one's sticking their tongue at you. It's gonna have a little baby. Bromeliad, my little Hoya Curtsii. These are, I did an unboxing, a bunch of cuttings on this. I can't believe it, the name just escapes me. On this Cebu blue, and it's giving me a lot of like new leaves. This is my Hoya Quinquernavia. Something like that. And look at those veins. I love veiny ones. This is actually my Hoya Ruthie. So pretty. This is a Peperomia caprata. I have no clue what that begonia is, but the cool thing about it is that that red is sunstress, and I might move it from here, but at the same time it's just growing so much. My Pelonia, oh my gosh, Peperomia repens. So this one was just one little strand, and I kept, every time it grows, I cut it and put it back to get a fuller plant. Back here, I have, let me bring it. So this is this funky thing. It's a silver squid, and then I put the little cuttings from the fairy tale cactus in there. Here is the mother bromeliad that I took that little cutting from. Miss Spider Plant, the regular variety, which I love her. She's so easy. And look, she's spiking up. She's never been happier. My Hoya Obscura. My fiance got me that cutting. Behind it, it's my Hoya Makoyana. It started to yellow, so I did 3 cuttings. My little polka dot plant, a freaking rescue that I wish I had not done because it has not done well. Hoya Numolaroides. I love this little thing. This was actually a free gift when I purchased the Monstera Peru from an Etsy vendor. These are 2 of my cuttings, Mindorensis and Pagida. I love Hoyas. So this one, I don't think it's gonna make it. This is a cutting that I purchased from Coco Ranch. I see a lot of people having tremendous luck with full plants. So I think if I do purchase again, will be full plants, because for cuttings, they're not traveling well. This is the second cutting that, might die on me. The first one came and it was completely mush. So I have Miss Dracaena Dorado, Miss Hoya Carrii, the green variety, the variegated variety, Miss Hoya Sunrise, Miss Hoya Indonesia. This one, I don't know why I put it like that, but this one's Hoya Natalie, and I'm just hoping that they get some stress from being so close to the grow light. This one is Hoya Hal Coensis. Look at that. So flipping cute. Hoya Waigerii, which I'm going to take that little trellis because I know they don't care for trellises. My Hoya Clandestina. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. And then this one is my Sansevieria Copper Tone. I didn't write that. The seller did. But it was such a good deal on eBay, I had to have it. So believe it or not, we ended this side. So we're going to the kitchen. So here in the kitchen, I don't have much because my light is not good. And I'm so sorry if you guys can't see. I'm going to try my best. But actually this is a shelf that my fiance made for me. Then that's my moonshine Sansevieria, little hardleaf philodendron cuttings, the burr marks that I'm propagating, and one giant golden ivy. Then I'm really sorry for the backlight, but I'm gonna try my best on this. So up here, it's a Cereus peruvianus. I love this cactus. As soon as I saw it at the store, like I had to have it because it looks like rocks. Then this one is a Zigzag Peperomia. And I know you can't see its beauty, but it's really beautiful. Okay. Then I have this cactus that, stupid people decide to just paint. I purchased for my daughter like 9 months ago, but it has never done well. And this is a west facing window. This is a baby Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. You can see here one leaf had the fenestration, but it was just one. This is a little chain plant. I saw this. Watch chain crassula. Oh my gosh, I saw this and I fell in love with it and I just wanted it. As soon as I saw it, I didn't even have a price tag. I'm like, I have it. Here I have a little propagation of Tradescantia. My little fern. I actually just brought her from outside. I dug her up and I'm like, I'm gonna try to keep you alive. And here, it got spider mites. So this fly trap, I put it outside to see if it would catch a freaking fly, and what it caught was freaking spider mites, and that's what gave spider mites to everything else. I was so upset. Here I have the elephant Jade, or everyone calls it differently, but such an easy plant. It's getting sun stress, which I love. This is, let me see if I can get it. This is, I forgot the name. I did an unboxing, but this is a little carnivorous plant that once it gets older, it's going to, I wish it would focus, but it's going to help with the with the fungus gnats, because that's always a freaking issue. And this is my mistletoe cactus, aka mealybug magnet. I purchased this and I was so happy that I did, and I didn't realize, and then it was dying, and it was the first time I saw a freaking mealybug in my life, and I was horrified. So it took me like a month and a half to get rid of it, but yeah. And when I'm doing like dishes or anything, this is what I see. I flippin' love it. Then we're gonna go up here above my fridge, and I'm short with short people problems, so bear with me. My neon pothos. Behind another Philodendron Brazil. This is my single strand of CC Raven, which you can't even see. But this stupid thing had 3 and the other 2 died, and there's no way I overwater it, but okay, whatever. One day I'll buy a full plant. My pride and joy, my Sansevieria Munciana, which I kind of hate having it there, but my fiance's gonna make like a bunch of shelving, and then it'll go to a prettier area. This is my Philodendron Birkin. I ended up getting this at Gabriela Plants. Back there, it's more Philodendron Brazil, and it's gonna be interesting because in the next houseplant tour, all of those are not gonna be here, because I'm gonna be gifting them to my family. And then a peace lily, and that's that for up there. I almost forgot that in my living room I keep this green Maranta, the lemon lime. I love this plant. I made a care video for her. She's so beautiful and so easy for me to care for her, but in the spider mite fiasco, she ended up getting it, sadly. And another Philodendron Brazil. Now we're gonna go to my bathroom. So this is my half bathroom in the house, and this is pretty much what you see. The shelving that my fiance is gonna make was gonna be, part of them was gonna be here, and that's why I removed the towel rack, but then I changed my mind, so we had to patch that up. Up here I have some cuttings I'm propagating. Here is a Schinanthus gracilis lipstick plant. I did an unboxing on this one. He came to be mush as well from Josh's Frogs. They have a habit, like I love them, but they have a habit of sending the plants quite wet. And then I put a golden pothos so it wouldn't be alone. And then I have my Hoya carnosa, and she just keeps growing and growing, so I kind of just did that. Then another golden pothos. And any plant parent is going to have like several of those because it's just life. This is another cutting of the Devil's Ivy. This is my Cupid Peperomia. And this is such an easy plant. And I love it so much. This is such an easy plant and I love it so much. And then this is a baby Oxalis, the green variety. Then, let me move things around. So I have a Peperomia Ripple. And I love Peperomias because they're so easy to care for. Then I have a Raindrop Peperomia. This one gives me the flop. Lets me know when it's thirsty. This, oh my gosh. So I purchased this Hoya multiflora and I didn't realize that it had root rot. So it just kept dropping leaves. And by the time that I realized it and I went to contact the seller from Etsy, sadly, it was like past the time. So I got screwed over. This is my Sansevieria Robusta. This is a little starter plant. Can't remember what I purchased it, but it's super cute. This is my pride and joy. This, all of those brown things is stress from shipping. This is my Peperomia Elongata. When I first received this plant, it began to decline and it was just so unhappy. And I thought I was going to lose her. And I contacted the seller and she right away, she contacted me back and said she's used to being in a very, very humid 80 to 90% environment. So I put her in my bathroom and voila, she started growing new little leaves. So pretty. This one, oh my gosh. So, can you tell? This is a a Calithia medallion. And look at what spider mites did to it. Okay, I'm so upset because I noticed when it was too late, and even though I give my Calithias, my Marantas, I collect rainwater just for them, and stupid spider mites. But she'll be okay. I hope she bounces back. So this is my corn stuffed stock Peperomia. I ended up getting this one at Pepper's greenhouse, and I think it's so cute. This is my bird's nest Sansevieria. All of this is new growth. Super cute. So this is my Calithia Orbifulia. And let me tell you, I had a hard time with this one. This was a gift from my fiance. And he thought the more money, the better the plant. So he goes to Etsy and spends $60 freaking on it. 60. And this lady decided that it would be okay to send 3 leaves that look like this. I was so mad. I just wanted to go ahead and yell at her. And he was like, didn't let me. There's something about, I'm really nice, but don't mess with my plans. And by the way, this is me coloring my hair because, okay, I'll have my fiance clean it. So she sends 3 leaves like this. And goodness gracious, I was so mad. The first one dropped. And then this is the third one. So I brought her to the bathroom. I started giving her rainwater and just loving on her. And all the new growth has been so precious. So I know that she will be okay. But it's just that first reaction when you're waiting for a plant for so long. And someone sends you something that they didn't have any freaking business having. She probably bought it, didn't know how to take care of it, and freaking wanted to get rid of it at a high price. And then my fiance, who doesn't know much about plants, was her victim. That's how I feel. Like, There's some people that just want to rip you off, and that's something that I don't like. People like that don't belong in the plant community. The plant community is amazing, and I feel like I just want to propagate things and sell at an affordable price in the near future so that we can fight those people that are just ripping everybody else off. But anyway, that's the end of my rant for today. I'm going to show you the other side. And honestly, let me know if you agree with me, because I think a lot of plants are so overpriced nowadays. So I have another little pilea. I am propagating some Philodendron Brazil because my mother wants a hanging basket. So I'm trying to do different things so when she comes visits, she has plants. And this is my little CC Raven propagation. Look how well she's doing. So with CC Ravens, you have to wait for a little bulb to create to form, and then it's cool to do it in soil or leca or whatever you want. Here's my little mother of thousands. Oh, okay, so that's my backyard. I never ever rake. It's a disaster. But when I can go and take a break with my plants and with nature, and I just love my backyard so much. So anyhow, here is the baby of the Sansevieria Munciana, and this is sadly the only south facing window in my home. So I think she's gonna start opening up, but she's so flippin' pretty. Here is a pencil cactus, and it's so flipping cute. So at first it was just this little one, and I just kept propagating and propagating. So this one that I'm propagating now, which look at those roots. So this one that I'm propagating now, it's gonna go in here because I want a few more. So key to doing a propagation of a pencil cactus is because of the thickness, let it dry for a week, then place it in water, and then you'll be golden. Then I have an Enjoy Pothos. This was the cutting, so what I do is every time it grows, I do the same thing and I just plant them. Here is a bunch of little succulents. I love this arrangement. I didn't know it was going to work out, but I just like leaves that will fall, whatever. I just started throwing them there. And look how pretty. It looks like if I had tried to do it, but I didn't. I just kind of threw stuff there. I'm telling you, nature is amazeballs. And I don't know why I just said that. So here's another Sansevieria, well, Dracaena. Then up here I have four hanging down. So this is my Charlie Cripping Fig. And this was 2 little starter plants, 2 mini things from Hertz. Because they have a lot of, 2 for 1. And I planted them together and they're happy here. This is my Scindapsus Pictus argyria and my Pictus exotica. And I can't wait for those to trail down eventually. And then my Jade. And I saw another YouTuber who did a houseplant tour, and then she just had it trailing down, and I thought it was unbelievable. So I'm hoping that it does the same here. And then I'm not going to show you my bedroom or the plants that I have there, but I am going to show you my little greenhouse. And then that'll be it. So this is my little mini greenhouse with its grow lights, and I'm doing a lot of propagations. A lot of the propagations also went outside because it's extremely humid. And I know it's a horrible view. And those are seeds right there. And then that right there is my Hoya Vela. I did an unboxing with her, and oh my goodness gracious, she came in pieces. And then these are some string of hearts propagation. And I just have a lot of little things, starter plants, propagations that I'm trying so that I can see in the future. And the same thing here, and some seeds going over there. I am like so tired from like all the talking. I know this is a lengthy video, but I just kind of wanted to show you like almost all of my plants. I'm not showing my room because it will be impossible. The lighting just, it's crazy, it's ridiculous. But please be conscientious that this was like a big step for me to let people in this way. I'm, I'm usually a very private person, with the exception of the plants. And so I just fell in love with the community. The plant community has been amazing. I have met so many like nice people, and I love my plants. I'm currently in love and purchasing Hoyas the most. I have about 60 to 61 Hoyas, and I have another one coming in the mail. And I'm beginning to become more picky. Anyway, so let me know in the comments below how you enjoyed my houseplant tour. It's my very, very first one, so I'm excited and nervous. And I just, hope you liked it. I really do. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to know if you have any of the plants that I have in my collection, if you do anything differently, and just, we can work together, we can learn together. So that's it. Until next time. Bye.